Hey guys, before we get into this unboxing, I just wanted to go ahead and say that there was a little bit of an error, and in fact Dan the Plastic Man was supposed to be on this video with me, but due to the fact of file corruption or something that happened, his audio sadly did not make it into the video. So there's going to be a weird awkward break where there's nobody talking to you or to me. So, I apologize. I should have checked a little bit sooner, but that's what happened. So let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. Just know that Dan was kind of putting forth a little bit of a challenge in this video, and we talk about the X-Wing. So you can at least hear my side of the thing, but it's not actually going to be there from his point of view. And I'm sorry, Dan. I should have checked that. It's probably the last time we're going to use that recording software. So back to it. Going on, guys. So on this Shoky Unboxes, we're going to look at one of the newer Star Wars kits, and this is the X-Wing Starfighter. Now, I think this really came out earlier on, but apparently, according to the box, it's a 2017 kit. So I thought realistically this came out last year at some point. Maybe it's a redo. I honestly don't really know. I'll look into it more maybe whenever I get around to really doing the review. But Y-Wing was always one of my favorite kits, and so when I saw it, I knew I had to have it. And originally, Dan the Plastic Man had challenged me to build this, and I wanted to see exactly how bad it was. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it and take a look at it. Now, I do know, just from watching Tested for so many years, that Adam Savage actually had a little tiny hand in designing some of these things and building them at his time at ILM. ILM? Yeah, Industrial Light and Magic. I had to think about it. And he said that this was one of the more comprehensive and difficult things to build, sourcing out parts, and, as most people probably complain, the tiny little bits and pieces. And there's some bags on the floor. Oh, by the way, guys, I totally forgot to mention this. Andy Tubbs chose this one. It was one of his monthly choices from being a more advanced Patreon member. So he actually got to choose 2 kits plus one because it just happened to be his birthday as well. So this is one of the ones he got to choose, and it's going to be pretty cool. I was wanting to get to another Star Wars kit after I did that TIE Fighter recently. In fact, it was really hard to pass up doing another TIE Fighter. So stickers don't look terrible realistically. So we got our water slides and our regular stickers. Obviously, canopy stickers, I'm going to be avoiding those because I hate that with a passion. So I think I'm going to skip doing those. Controls, those are always pretty easy. Little stickers, we'll see how bad those are. Little stripies, I'm just going to drop things. Why not? Excuse me. I can't tell up or down on this thing. Oh my god, that's like a itty bitty little TIE Fighter emblem. I guess that's a kill counter. I don't know. And here's what looked to be a cockpit hatch thingy. Possibly stick your droid here. I don't know. That sounded worse than I wanted it to. Anyways, set the stickers off to the side. So we've got all kinds of random little bits. What is obviously a little boat, or possibly the cockpit. Yellow parts. Yay for yellow parts. Always love the fact they mold things in color with this. So cool. You got little bits and pieces. Oh Jesus. This is only the first runner, and I'm looking at all the tiny pieces. Got what's obviously all the thruster bits all along here. And this thing is definitely going to be getting a wash. I'm going to have to borrow that weathering kit from Mr. Nick Willie to really dirty this up. Because as George Lucas originally proclaimed, this is basically a very dirty universe in which everything lives. Yay, tiny lightsabers. The little red lightsabers. Yay. And there's a couple guys sitting backwards. That's kind of rude. They're looking away from us. Hey, guys. Hey. Okay, here we go. The TIE Fighters always had really interesting pilots. I believe that actually in the original series it was like an Asian guy. Like the only Asian person at all. He was a TIE Fighter pilot, if I recall correctly. We got some cannons. That's the roof-mounted ones. Yay. And here's the area around the cockpit. That looks pretty cool. Nice little fuselage kind of thing going. Landing gear. Big flat pieces for something. I was like, I'm looking at the box as I go. Like, what does that go to? I don't even know. I have no idea. Why do they give these little blanks of the pilot standing? Am I supposed to paint that or something? Make it look like a dude? I don't know. Wow. Holy crap. Look at the detail on that. Seriously, look at that molded detail. Good Lord, Bandai. I don't even know what this piece is, but it's absolutely crazy. This is probably the back of the cockpit, if I had to guess. Jeez. Okay, yeah. Detail painting everywhere. The crazy part is, when they made this originally, they had to put all of these little thingies in here. Or, you know, custom cut them, make them whatever. Use little bits of extra kits, whatever they had lying around. I mean, ILM was the kings of kit bashing back in the day. Because that's how you created any spaceships. You just used what was lying around. Whatever you didn't have, you made from scratch. Hey, beam sabers. Look at that, beam sabers. I'm showing them over here too because there's another camera off to my right for a specific reason that you guys don't know about just yet. I have no clue what this thing is. It needed to be on its own tiny runner. That might be where the droid goes. I don't know. See, look, the cockpit looks good like this. Why would I want to cover it with anything else? And then bits of thruster. Once again, awesome that they mold that in separate colors. There's a whole lot of crap in this kit. Ooh, stand. I like stands. That's the one neat thing about these. They always come with their own stands. And this one is actually molded to look like Death Star pieces. So you actually got some trench run parts. Look at the molded detail in that. They didn't even have to bother. They could have just made that flat. And you got all these things in a good little curvy bit. Though the one annoying thing is they don't all match. They all seem to be different. Oh, geez. What is this? Oh, that's all the little straight bits. And one of them is bent. That's not happy. Looks like it popped off the runner, probably. Yeah. Well, hopefully that can hold its own tension and not stay bent forever. That sucks. Tiny little details of things. Wow. Oh, hey, R2 units. Excellent. And they're not stupid like BB-8 was. But then again, I probably have to put stickers on their faces too. Let me look. Probably. It's probably what those little things are. Okay, what do we got here? Repeat runner? Repeat runner. Okay, done. Oh, hey. Dan's here, guys. Waiting in the background. He's been waiting all this time. Oh, wow. Okay, so when Dan originally challenged me about this kit, or warned me, whichever way, shape, or form, okay, yeah. Itty bitty tiny hoses and pipes all over the place. That's insane. Wow. How do you cut this off without breaking them all? These. Right here, C21. Those. Yeah, so Dan... There? Yeah, up here. I don't know if you can see my... Wow. Uh-huh. Yeah, I could see that. Although, I don't know about the one you built, because if this is a quote-unquote newer one, they might be slightly softer plastic. I mean, this doesn't feel like super rigid. But it's not IBO frame soft either. Hey, look, clutch pedals. That's what that looks like. It looks like old school, like, braking clutch pedal. That's funny. Yeah, this is going to be insane. I don't even know. And I'm guessing like half of these need to be like silver or copper. Good Lord, Bandai. Okay, first of all, okay. So Dan told me about this when I first started my Star Wars kit collection. So I think even back before I got my X-wing, you and I talked about it because you had already built the Y-wing, and yeah. Yeah. Until you just found what the maintenance entails. All the tiny pipe work. So you have to put all of these across the whole main body. Well, I didn't pay attention to the sheer amount of tiny holes. Good Lord. Alright, this will be fun. So I think what was your originally? I forgot exactly what you said, but basically you said try to get through it without like throwing it across the room. Oh wow. This is like not normal instructions. It's, they should have made it like an MG book. Instead, they made it a friggin' poster. Wow. So this is why I wonder if maybe this was from, like they really did release it before, and then they came back and re-released it again now, because at least the ones I've done so far have not been like this. This is annoying. Oh yeah, the tiny pipe. Okay, it goes in here and then it goes in here. And it doesn't say anywhere that you must have a beer to get through this. Like it just you guys can't even see all the instructions. You're only seeing the bottom half of this. This is insane. But I really do like the incredible like close-up, high detailed images, so you know what exactly you're doing. That's one cool thing about these Star Wars kits. But this one in particular. Okay, now this one frightens me slightly for a future purchase that I'm currently working on. That undoubtedly will have even more tiny parts. Yes. Uh-huh. Which... Oh, that works too, yeah. Oh, this thing. This little guy. That little guy. Sorry, Dan's over here, guys. He's over here to my right. Hey, I can finally run a 2-camera system. It's impressive. Now, if only I could manage that during a review. I guess technically I could. Hmm. Yeah. I see that. Okay. I think I see what you mean. It is very close. I got there. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, did you see my TIE Fighter review and or at least the live stream of the TIE Fighter? We'll try and... Yeah, but the top hatch, trying to put that water slide on, and it absolutely failed. Like there was no making that go over a curved surface. It just wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this is roughly the same thing. Yeah, dude, these 90-degree ones over here, these things, those are frightening already. Like I'm trying not to touch them directly. That's insane. Like that, the fact that they can injection mold injection mold something this thin, and I love the fact that you're eating chips while recording. Oh, then why does it sounds like you're eating chips? That's funny. That's what it sounded like this whole time while you've been in the background. It sounded like you're just eating chips. Of course, the guys won't be able to hear that up until now, but that's funny. But yeah, and guys, yeah, it's been a while since Dan's been on the channel. It's just, you know, life is busy. It happens. He had to go finish school and stuff. So, yeah, I see that. They're already pre-bent in multiple directions. Wow. Yeah, and I keep touching C28 down here, little tiny looking. How do they mold that tiny rib detail in there? That blows my mind that they can actually. You guys may not be able to see that. I don't know if my camera can focus on that well. Let's see. Yeah, that's the ones I'll talk about, those 90 degrees. I'm trying to actually... There it is. There's actually molded, like, ribbing detail on this little hose. That's insane. How can they do that? Like, I don't understand. I get how they can make it, you know, especially with advances in 3D technology now, but how the heck do they print it? That just blows my mind that they can do this. Now, what I want to see... Go ahead. Yeah. Hold on, let me zoom. Okay, so here's my really fat X-Acto knife that I use for opening boxes. And this is the C11. The C11 is barely... Hold on, I gotta turn autofocus back on. Oh good, swing that knife in my face. That's a good plan. The actual C11 plastic is literally barely thicker than this blade of this knife. Give you guys a sense of dread. I'm thinking I'm going to need a very sharp knife for this, so I'm going to have to get some new blades before I build this guy. John, thank you for suggesting that I build this. Or Andy, I'm sorry. John got the hazel, not the Y-wing. So yeah, this month 3 builds got chosen by the viewers. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, crazy thing that I have to do here. Lots of glue will probably be entailed in those too. Now, did you actually, when you did yours, did you paint the pipes, any kind of detail work or anything like that? Okay. Yeah, because just looking on here, you've got rust colored, some copper, definitely some steel, maybe some silver lining. So it's just going to be a, hey, what color am I going to paint this one? Oh, I have no idea. Oh, yeah, I see it here. Yeah, I see that. I honestly don't care. It's not going to matter. It's not like I'm going to paint the bodies anyways. Although, you know what? I could do a rough paint job on at least one of them, because, I mean, it's just got black hands and feet and orange main body, grayish helmet one way or the other. So, I could do that. Huh, we'll see. I've been needing to paint more figures. At least with the Y-Wing pilot, you can see them. The TIE Fighter pilots, you can't see them. They're just so buried in there. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So they only managed to kill one. Good job, guys. Uh-huh. Yeah, the big ones, yes. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's right there. That's cool. Though the TIE Fighter would have to be very, very close to see that someone had killed the one. Good lord. Yeah, the craft details. That's funny. That's what it says. This is what you get for all the tiny, tiny details. Craft detailing. Actually, you know, it's funny. Just before filming this, I was watching a tested video. They were at Comic-Con, and they were at the prop store. The prop store booth. And they actually had one of the Hero Y-Wings, but it wasn't the big guy. It was the little one that is literally just a hair bigger than this. But it is one of the original miniatures used on the film. And I was like, huh, I'm about to build one of those. That's pretty awesome. Except that one costs significantly more than this. To build and just to have in general. I never... Oh, it's going to be a nightmare. I might live stream it. We'll see. I never noticed that, like, the back end of the thruster pods, like back here, looks like a gyroscope. I figured that's what it is, but they definitely look like a gyroscope, because obviously they're going to pivot one way and the other. But realistically, fins are only useful in atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah, but that's not generally how things work in space. Yeah. But then again, who knows if they were really meant for space usage anyways. They just ended up that way. It does say Starfighter. You enter into Clone Wars too? Wow. I shouldn't be reading the box now. I usually save that for actually the really reviews. Oh hey, the actual product may vary slightly from the images on the package. Yeah, these are assembled. That's a slight variance. All right, guys. So that's going to be the end of this unboxing. It has taken quite a time. It's one of the longest unboxing ever. That's not an MG, but well, it's almost an MG. It's 172. It's actually technically bigger than an MG. Anyways, I'm thinking about things too much. All right, so guys, thanks as always for your patronage. And if you guys are unfamiliar with the Patreon, it's down here. It's going to be covering up the Y-Wing logo just real quick across the screen here. And if you guys are new here to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. That's what we do. Stick around for the review and potential mind-breaking live stream that will probably happen on this. We'll see what happens. And I might do a little bit of experimenting on this and actually borrow some of the Weathering Master kits, because these things are meant to be dirty. There's no such thing as a clean Y-Wing. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen. But thanks, Dan, for coming on and throwing out the quote unquote challenge. Yeah. And are we ever going to do another MS report? I've managed like multiple Shoky nerdcasts since we've done the last MS report. Yeah, we can just talk. I mean, they were never always about that. At least before, it was all about favorite Gundams or TV shows, stuff like that. Like the fact that Second Soundwave is plowing through Zeta and Double Zeta right now. You know, getting caught up on old UC kind of stuff. You know, there's 0079. Yeah. Yeah, see? We got stuff to talk about. You guys can educate me on UC. Since I tried watching Zeta. But anyways, that's neither here nor there, guys. We'll talk about more of that off camera. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, as always, keep on building